Y'all, Texas again. Not a drag queen. This time, it's a Southlake mom. A Southlake woman is accused of helping arrange sex trafficking of women to an ex-New York financier's sex dungeon, federal authorities say. Prosecutors allege that the two operated the network over a period of 10 years. The former financier, Howard Rubin, and his former assistant, Jennifer Powers, face charges of sex trafficking and transportation for purposes of prostitution. So Jennifer Powers was Rubin's personal assistant, and she was arrested on sex trafficking charges for allegedly trafficking women to luxury hotels and the former financier's apartment, where they were sexually and physically abused. Rubin was also charged with bank fraud in connection with alleged misrepresentations made to a bank in the course of financing Powers' mortgage for the Texas home for Powers and her husband. So that home is in Southlake, Texas, which is my area, right in my backyard, and it's just disgusting. So she paraded around Southlake, my community, acting like just a cute little Southlake mom with children involved in the community. She was also a long-term substitute teacher in the Southlake Carroll School District. Rubin was arrested in Connecticut, and he pleaded not guilty. Powers was arrested in Texas last week and is expected to make an initial appearance in a federal court today before an arraignment in New York at a later date. So the court is alleging that for many years, Rubin and Powers allegedly spent at least $1 million to finance the commercial sexual torture of multiple women via a national trafficking network. The defendants allegedly exploited Rubin's status to ensnare their prospective victims and force them to endure unthinkable physical trauma before silencing any outcries with threats of legal recourse. So officials allege that Rubin and Powers recruited multiple women between 2009 and 2019 to travel to New York to engage in commercial sex acts with Rubin involving bondage, discipline, dominance, submission, and sadomasochism. The sex acts happened initially in luxury hotels and later in Rubin's penthouse apartment in Manhattan, which had a room converted into a soundproof sex dungeon that was painted red and furnished with BDSM equipment, prosecutors allege. In some instances, Rubin provided a safe word that the women could say to convey that they wanted the violent conduct to cease, but then disregarded the safe word when women used it and continued the violent conduct without the women's consent. During many of the encounters, Rubin is alleged to have caused women to fear for their safety and significant pain or injuries, which at times required women to seek medical attention, according to the indictment.